G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, well, just come back from the supermarket. I thought I'd dish up a video, and so I'm going to do a little bit of rookie discussion. Now, obviously I'm going to talk about a couple of blokes that really stood out to me over the weekend, particularly in the Giants v Sydney game. But yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about. We'll start from the very first game, and we'll talk about Jared Brander for West Coast in the Essendon game. I can see him in a lot of teams. He did get his chance, didn't score overly that much. He played 2 games last year, scoring, I think, both 35. So, yeah, again, he might not be a very SuperCoach relevant player. I can see why people are sort of considering him. But unfortunately for me, I probably just can't fit him in my side as of yet. But I don't really know if there's many rookies that really stood out in this particular game. But I want to talk about the Giants rookies in particular. So a couple of blokes I really want to have a chat about. First up, obviously Tom Green. What a gun this guy looks like he's going to be. He had 21 touches, 15 of his touches were contested, used it pretty effectively as well, around 70%. I think he had 14 centre bounce attendances, so he done a really good job. And I think well, obviously we had Toronto go down with injury. He's done his shoulder now. He's going to be out for the first half of the season, and that makes his job security a little bit better. I'm not sure if he does get his chance, but hopefully round 1 they might play him. They got such a thick midfield, but blokes who are notoriously injury prone, like Josh Kelly and Canelio, who were out in glimpses last year. Who knows how durable they're going to be, and also the likes of Ward, who's going to be out of the team for the first month or so. So that might make his role a little bit more interesting. He's 166k, and well, he's in my team at the moment. I really like this as a selection so far. He looks to be an absolute beast. He won up to Rao, did the exact same thing with the 20 touches, 15 contested, but he actually had 21. So he looks extremely promising, and I just can't see a way I'm not going to start him at this stage unless he doesn't play round 1. So yeah, I really like Tom Green as a selection at this point. So next bloke I'm going to have a yarn about is, well, Lockie Ash. How good does this bloke look? Looks like he's going to take Lockie Whitfield's role off half back. Looking Whitfield's playing a bit of a wing half forward role. He was in the final series last year anyway. But Lockie Ash, I'm pretty sure he's still got a little bit of it. Somewhere between like 15, 20 disposals, I'm pretty sure. It might have been 19. I'm not specifically 100% on it. I don't have the stat sheet or anything in front of me as I'm driving, but all of his disposals were effective. He missed one kick. He was at 95% efficiency, which is just spectacular. You couldn't ask for much more in a SuperCoach player. He looked really composed. He did some good things. He's a high draft pick, so you know, of course he's going to get a game relatively early, and yeah, he might be able to play as a rebound 50 type defender, and that's good cash gen for us. The only issue I've got with Ash is his price. He's 13k more than Hayden Young, and that's a big problem in SuperCoach. You don't want to pay overly too much money for blokes who could let you down. So but he looks to be really comfortable with the footy at senior level, and yeah, he could make a debut in my side, not only in my team but hopefully in the AFL. If he can play round 1, that'd be really cool. He looks AFL ready to me. So yeah, pretty wrapped with Lockie Ash at this stage. We'll have to watch him next week, or this week rather. So another rookie we're going to have a chat about is Will Gill. He did everything right. Absolutely cleaned up Matty DeBoer early in the game. You know, he's gone. He knows he's in 60% of teams in SuperCoach. He's gone, you know what? I'm a gun. Everyone's picking me. I'm going to clean up the biggest pest in SuperCoach. He's gone off and done that. So that's just all the more reason to chuck him in your team. Have him at D6. Honestly, he's going to serve you very well. He's already played senior footy before. He's a big boy. And yeah, he looks like a ready-made AFL footballer. So we'll go on to the next game, Freo v Carlton. Hayden Young didn't play this game, which I thought was very interesting. Not sure why. If anyone knows, let me know in the comments on that one. But Caleb Sarong, he did play. I think he scored 60 or something off 55% time on ground. I'm not specifically sure on that, but yeah, he's another high draft pick, another expensive player, and a bloke that you're kind of nervous taking the punt on just because he's so expensive. So are we going to pick Caleb Sarong? Probably not, but he looks like he could be a good option if you're looking for a left field rookie pick. He looks very AFL ready. There were a couple of other blokes who played as well. I think Frederick, was it Martin Frederick? I don't really know what his name was, but he played. Didn't really see him all that much. I didn't see Stephen Hill. Somebody let me know what's going on there. Don't know why he didn't play. I don't know if he's injured or not, or he's having some problems getting up on the track, or they're just wrapping him up in cotton wool. Someone, let me know about that, because I've got him in my side, and if there's any update on him to why, if he doesn't play round one, he'll be out of his side straight away. So yeah, I haven't heard much on Stephen Hill, and it'll be interesting to find out some sort of situation. So on the Carlton side now, I'm going to talk about, I think it's Tom Williamson. I had him in my side a little bit. He's a key defender. He's a lockdown backman type role, and I'm not really 100% on board with him. He's the same price as Starcevic, and if Starcevic plays, I'll probably pick him. Instead, he looks a little bit more AFL ready. He's had a full pre-season. I know Williamson's been injured last year. I think it was a high draft pick, and didn't quite get his chance at AFL level just yet. I'm not sure he has played on it, probably, but I'm not really 100% sure on the Carlton rookies. Who else was there? I was trying to think. I'm not really sure for that game, but we'll go on the next game. We'll talk about the rookies for Richmond and Collingwood, and obviously Marlon Pickett's a lock. He had the most centre bounce attendances for the day, 25 or something like that. So yeah, he's going to be in my side, and well, obviously 70% of the comps sides round one. He's just a no-brainer. Riley Collier-Dawkins looked pretty slow. I didn't see a whole lot of him, but he did a couple of really good things. He burst through clearances. He's a tough young man, and it looks like he's going to be a very damaging, explosive player for SuperCoach. Just didn't get all that much of the pill, so that is a little bit of a concern. We'll get on to the Collingwood boys now. Trent Bianco is an interesting one. He's in just about everybody's defensive benches, and I think he scored 30 odd something off 20% time on ground. He only played in the second half. Haven't seen a whole lot of him at all. I barely did, but yeah, if he gets his opportunity, I think he'll be fine. I'd expect him to average around like 65, maybe 70. I hope so. It's a tough ask, but we might be right with that one. He hasn't left my side as of yet, so yeah, don't mind Trent Bianco at this stage. Jay Rantel, same situation, scored a little bit more, but he's an absolute athlete. He broke the record in the 2K time trial at the draft combine last year. We obviously know he broke, he didn't break the record, but he won the Collingwood 2K time trial as well in his first year. But is he AFL ready yet? Is he going to make his debut? It's probably a bit doubtful. He probably needs to put a little bit more kegs on, but he looks like he could be a great bloke to look at. And if he does get his chance, chuck him in your side, because he's only 117k. A couple of other guys I want to chat about too. Johnny Noble. This is an interesting one. A 215k defender. Obviously high-priced rookie. A little bit, consider him like Hill almost, but he played a few games last year. Very serviceable. He has a good role. He did a great job. He scored 85 or something like that. He's efficient. He was really, he didn't butcher any kicks. He used it quite well, and I just think he could be a great asset if you're looking for that left field type rookie option. He's probably a man there. He looks to have a great role. I'm not sure who he replaces, but look, it's just a suggestion if you're looking for someone a little bit of a smoky. But yeah, that's probably all we got for this video. It's a bit of a random odd one, but I just felt like there were a couple of rookies I want to discuss as the rookies that, you know, who are we picking? No idea at this point. So yeah, while we're really struggling for blokes to put in our side, I thought I'd name a few blokes who you could consider. A lot of them are all sort of expensive, which is a problem, but it might be one of those seasons where we've got to pay up for rookies. So yeah, just prepare yourself for that one. But yeah, that's all we got for this video. I'll do my second Marsh review coming up tomorrow, so that will be very interesting. But yeah, that's all from me, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.